Hello and welcome back to the Alcohol Experiment by Annie Grace, read by me, Melissa O'Malley, hosted by me, Melissa O'Malley. Today is day 15. It's called Social Life and Dating. We start with a quote by Queen Latifah. It says, "Be bold, be brave enough to be your true self." Let's dive in. Social skills. Look, social skills are exactly that, skills. You need to learn and practice them to get good at them. So many of us start drinking at a young age, and we never develop the skills to feel confident talking in social settings with new people or going on a date without alcohol. We don't crack bad jokes and learn how to recover. We don't get shot down and move on. We don't experience heartbreak without the numbing effects of a drink to make us feel better. It takes practice. If we were all perfect at everything from the moment we're born, what would be the point? Life is all about experimentation and growth. The good news is that it's never too late to learn how to interact socially with confidence, even if you'd prefer to be home alone with a book. But don't put pressure on yourself. Don't expect that you'll find your soulmate right out the gate. Give yourself the gift of making mistakes without judgment. It's okay to dance silly and be expressive while you're sober. People like it. They admire it and they wish they could do it. The best part is, you'll remember it later. If it was a good experience, you'll cherish the memory. If it was a bad experience, you can learn from it and grow your social skill set. Small talk can be stressful, and no matter how extroverted you are, walking into a room full of strangers is often nerve-wracking. It's a common human experience and very natural to feel uncomfortable meeting and socializing with new people. It is believed that this mechanism of initial discomfort around strangers helped protect us when we lived in a more tribal society. It ensured we were cautious as we got to know others and would not say or do anything that would lead to discord among tribes. Alcohol seems to provide the perfect solution, but with all sorts of icky consequences. So instead of alcohol, here's an easy way to engage people in conversation without feeling awkward. Ask questions. Seriously, the question mark is the introvert's best friend. Get the other person talking, and you won't have to do all the work. How was their day? What did they do for lunch? What job would they have if they didn't have to make money? What hobbies do they enjoy? Where did they grow up? How many siblings do they have? Where did their grandparents grow up? It goes on and on. You could spend an entire evening without having to talk about yourself at all. Of course, whoever you're talking to is probably going to ask you questions too. But it's so much more comfortable to answer a direct question than it is to come up with awkward small talk. And the truth is that being genuinely curious about others is both fun and rewarding. Dating without drinking. If you're single, you might be thinking there's no way you'll be able to meet people or go out on dates during this experiment. Maybe you rely on alcohol to make you funnier or feel more attractive. Maybe drinking is the only way you have enough courage to go out and talk to strangers in social situations. Or maybe you feel like no one could ever be attracted to you without the wit and charm you think comes from a bottle. So maybe during this experiment, you practice caring for yourself a bit more. Look in the mirror. What qualities do you like the most? Do you have a killer set of biceps? Are your ankles shapely? Or do you have an amazing smile that can light up a room? Focus on what you love about yourself, and others will be drawn to you. I'm sorry, but killer set of biceps and shapely ankles is very funny. We think loving ourselves means thinking our bodies are sexy or thinking we're smart enough, good enough, etc., when we really should be learning to love ourselves as we love our children, because they exist. Love your body because it keeps you alive. Take care of it because it is what takes care of you. Treat it tenderly because treat it tenderly because you care for it like you would a child. You don't love your kids because they are attractive enough. You love them because they are your kids. Again, we didn't create ourselves, so what right do we have to treat ourselves so badly? Make your own dating rules. Next, let's examine this assumption. Drinking is the only way I have enough courage to go out and talk to strangers. Okay, the first thing to know about yourself is whether you are an introvert or an extrovert. Some people just aren't wired to hit the party circuit and hook up with people they don't know. Our culture idolizes the extroverts Extrovert. Did I say that weird? I feel like I said that weird. Our culture idolizes the extroverts, the people who crave social interaction. But a full 50% of people are actually introverts. They would much prefer to interact with one or two friends in a low key setting. If that's you, great. Don't force yourself to be something you're not. I'm not suggesting you can't ever meet new people or go out on first dates. I'm saying you can do it in a way that feels more comfortable. If you have to have alcohol to meet people, maybe you need a different approach. Instead of going to big boozy parties with loud music, try taking up a hobby and joining a club full of people interested in the same things. Maybe you join a rock climbing gym or a country club where you can sign up to meet people on the golf course. Who made a rule that a first date is always meeting for a drink? You can make up your own rules. A date could be taking a class together, or volunteering together, or having coffee on a Sunday morning. Be unconventional. It's cool. Alcohol and attraction. I feel more attractive once I am buzzed. I can let loose and stop focusing on my flaws. Guess what? Even though you might feel more attractive, the opposite is happening. It's easy to believe alcohol is helping because your inhibitions are lowered and other drunk people around you have dulled their senses with alcohol too. But if 100 people are drinking heavily, 80 of them wish they could enjoy themselves with less booze. This might surprise you, but when people are looking for a partner, they find minimal alcohol consumption much more attractive. Even when I was drinking, I tended to respect non-drinkers and felt they would make better partners and parents. I secretly thought it was so badass when someone said, I don't drink. A pretty girl or a hot guy who has self-confidence without drinking? Super attractive. Today, think about an alternative way to meet new people, one that's comfortable and easy. Or if you're already, could you go on a midday bike ride and picnic? Could you find a lake and go swimming at midnight? Get yourself outside the usual dinner, drinks, and a movie date mode and surprise yourself. If you're in different surroundings, engaging in different activities, there's a chance you won't even think about adding alcohol to the mix. And anytime you catch yourself feeling awkward, ask a question. That's sure to take the pressure off and get the conversation flowing again. Day 15, journal questions. Remember, all the wisdom you seek is actually inside you. The most important words in this experiment are ones you tell yourself. Take some time and answer these questions in a journal, a voice memo to yourself, or simply by speaking them out loud for only you to hear. 1. Meeting new people. Are you afraid to meet new people or socialize without a drink? Why? What do you think will happen? Be specific and detail your fears. 2. Exploring your fears. How does what you've written make you feel? Don't judge if your feelings are right or wrong. Just notice how they make you feel. 3. Is it true? Look at all your thoughts and fears again and ask yourself, are they true? Can you be absolutely 100% certain they're true? And 4, are you willing to find out? What are you willing to experiment with and be curious about in order to discover the truth? Are you willing to go on a date sober, or to a sales conference, or a happy hour? Whatever you decide, go into the experience with 100% curiosity and zero expectations. Journal about your experience. And that's it for day 15. I know yesterday I said we're halfway through, but I guess technically today is the halfway point. So congratulations again. Halfway through the alcohol experiment. Tomorrow is day 16. It's called The Power of Belief. And then we have an ACT exercise called Alcohol is My Friend. So I will see you then with that. And until then, take really good care of yourself. Congratulations on the official midway point. I'll see you later.